New World Order Plans, exposed by insider Dr. Richard Day, 1969, as transcribed by Dr. Lawrence Dunnigan in, I believe, 1981 or 1982. Dr. Day started this lecture by telling all those in the audience, you will not take any notes, you will not have pens, you will not have paper, you will not have any recording devices, and then he just unleashed. As they do, they let us know what is coming. Unleashed what would be happening in the United States in the decades to come. And if you take a look at the subject matters that were discussed, you will see sex education as a tool of world government, tax-funded abortion as population control, encouraging homosexuality, technology, families to diminish in importance, euthanasia and the demise pill, limiting access to affordable medical care, planning the control over medicine, elimination of private doctors, new difficult to diagnose and untreatable diseases, suppressing cancer cures as a means of population control, inducing heart attacks as a form of assassination, education as a tool for accelerating onset of puberty and evolution, blending all religions, the old religions will have to go, changing the Bible through revisions of key words. The churches will help us, restructuring education as a tool of indoctrination. More time in schools, but they won't learn anything. Controlling who has access to information. Schools as the hub of the community, taking away parental rights. Yes, those teachers are the experts, not the parents. Books would just disappear from the libraries, changing laws, the encouragement of drug abuse to create a jungle atmosphere. Look at our urban cities throughout the United States. Alcohol abuse, restrictions on travel, the need for more jails and using hospitals as jails. What did they do during the pandemic with those hospitals? No more security. Crime used to manage society, curtailment of American industrial preeminence, which has been going on for decades, shifting populations and economies, tearing the social roots. Sports as a tool of social change. Sex and violence inculcated through entertainment, travel restrictions, and implanted ID, food control, weather control. Know how people respond, making them do what you want. And boy, have they successfully achieved that. Falsified scientific research, terrorism, financial control, surveillance implants, and televisions that you watch. Home ownership, a thing of the past. The arrival of the totalitarian global system. Now, Dr. Dunnigan sat down with a journalist, and through his recall, this is the transcript. This is his recall. And I will link below to this article or transcription. If you've not read it, I suggest you come over here and read it, because for those in the know of an awful lot of the agendas, if you've not read it, it may not inform you. It'll inform you of some details. But you'll be like, alrighty then. Success, achievement. All right, so let me just go down to what is related to the subject matter of all of these crashes and train derailments, plane crashes. Where is it? I'll find it. Oh, wait a second. Forgot. No more security. Nothing is permanent. Streets would be rerouted and renamed. Areas you had not seen in a while would become unfamiliar. Among other things, this would contribute to older people feeling that it was time to move on. They feel they couldn't even keep up with the changes in areas that were once familiar. Buildings would be allowed to stand empty and deteriorate, and streets would be allowed to deteriorate in certain localities. The purpose of this was to provide the jungle, the depressed atmosphere for the unfit. Buildings and bridges would be made so that they would collapse after a while. There would be more accidents involving aeroplanes and railroads and automobiles. All of this is to contribute to the feeling of insecurity that nothing was safe. You know, if you take a look at China, Japan, Asian countries in particular, and look at the infrastructure and look at the subway systems, very interesting how they have put up a partition so that nobody can fall onto the tracks before the train comes. They have a partition. The train stops right where the doors on this partition will open up. Then the train doors open up, and wow, there's a lot of safety there. Look at our subways in this country. I don't know why there are still Americans who think that this is the place to live, when everything has just been brought down to a level of destruction that, yeah, third world country. Okay, links are below. More and more of this is just going to be happening. And too bad Americans are not screaming about the fact that we are still sending billions and wasting billions just through these stupid projects going on in government. But the billions that we're sending overseas, and we can't seem to get anything right here. Don't you think that should beg questions in Americans' minds? Links are below.